Good day, my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And boy, do I have an update for you guys. I have been asking for a long time for your advice for how you think I should arrange the bat cave. Well, I listened and I have made some really big changes. Now, this does not necessarily mean it's permanent, but it's kind of what I'm trying to feel out, right? And so I'm going to turn the camera around and let me show you what I got. All right, the cave is in a bit of shambles. There's stuff on the floor, there's plugs, there's wires, chairs, but this gives you kind of an idea of what I have done. And as you can see, no podiums in the middle. I still have one over there that I need to kind of take care of, but I wanted to show you kind of what I have done. And I have made some giant changes. First of all, you can see that there is no podium in the middle. However, I did move my review desk over to the middle, and I have put Batman Tactical Throne in the middle with Alfred. And my plan right now is to get 2 black chairs, okay? And I'm going to put them in kind of in front of Tactical Throne. And I think that that'll be really nice for a couple of reasons. Number one is it's going to give me a place to just sit and relax. It's not my computer chair. Also, if I ever have people over, it's like 2 chairs where you can kind of talk and hang out. I thought about, adding maybe, a mic or something there too, or we could do like interviews, that sort of thing, but just kind of a relaxing place, okay? Obviously, by taking out the podiums as well, it gives you views, okay? It gives you views on the bottom. And yes, I have put stuff on the bottom. I'm going to stick with the 3rd scales up top. Okay, that is still my plan. I've moved Joker back over to where he was. I'm probably going to move Mr. Freeze back where he was, which would then, give me a little bit of a gap down here. I still have Harley. I have ended up selling her. Doing a little panic selling, as you guys know, but I have found a buyer. So this is going to go to another collector. They're on a payment plan currently, so she gets to live here a little bit longer. But there will be a gap here for a future statue. We'll see, probably the Legendary Beast Batman next or something like that. But basically, it does give me the chance to completely walk around the room without worrying about a podium. Again, I do have one still over there, but I just need to clear that out. But it does let you see the premium formats, the quarter scales down below. Now, is it ideal? No, but like when I'm sitting down, they're perfect angles for me, especially when I'm at my desk. But I'm going to be able to fill this bottom with premium formats. And I don't have enough to really fill it, but maybe have 2 or 3 per section. I'll probably have 5 in the middle when I move that podium. But I was inspired by Dan at Wayne Manor Rocket City that he had some quarter scales down below, and I thought that looked great. And so, I'm really happy with the quarter scales down below, and again, it's going to fill those bottom shelves and give it some love, okay? I've done the same thing over here on this side. So as you can see, if I can get my gimbal to work here, I have put the 0-year Batman, some of the larger scale dioramas, and also the Batman versus Killer Croc down here, which I think looks really good down below. Obviously on camera they look a little smaller, but I just think that is a really good place for them. I have put my busts there in the middle, again, to kind of give you that look. I'm still not sure if I'm going to end up selling the Joker and Batman busts. Again, I asked Dan, my friend, this week, and he said, well, maybe it's time to let the busts go. But I think for the time being, they do look good down there. Let me kind of back up and give you kind of a full view of what that kind of looks like. But again, you can actually see the statues down below, which is great. And then a couple more down here. Just, for the time being, I might put another Batman statue down there, or maybe a Joker, we'll see. But again, so you got the 3rd scales up top and everything else down below, okay? So that's how that's looking. Next up is the movie pieces. Nope, I got a LED light. This one always gives me trouble, so I have to go down here and I have to hit it. and then it works. It's the only one in my room that does that, so sorry about that. You get a little behind the scenes chaos there. Okay, so here we go. So I have put my movie pieces on this row here, okay? Still have the comic book pieces up top, but this is what I have down here, and I think it works pretty well. I've got the Robert Pattinson Batman right there. This is the Blitzway. As of the recording of this, I have sold Michael Keaton to another collector that wanted that. And then I've got the Joker, which I still love. I've got my two newest J&D pieces. I've got the Catwoman right here, looking fantastic. And then of course we've got the Dark Knight Batman. I don't have a cape on him. I actually have ordered a custom cape that comes in the next couple days, so I will definitely show you guys that. But you know, obviously I will have Bane whenever he arrives. And I've got the Queen Studios Joker, so it's basically the Dark Knight lineup with Jokers on both sides since I have multiple Jokers. And then I've got the Batman 89 right here. I'm also thinking about getting a custom cape for him. I've reached out to a company and they've responded back. And then I have my Blitzway Catwoman, which is still phenomenal. Speaking of the J&D stuff, I have thought about getting the J&D Catwoman that has the extra Michelle Pfeiffer, which I really like. You know, like the kind of the Max Schreck version. What do you guys think about that? Should I add her, or do you think it would look too weird next to this particular Batman? Because J&D hasn't said whether they're going to do a Batman like this. So I'm happy with the two of them together. But what do you think about the J&D Michelle Pfeiffer? I really love it. And if I ended up buying it, I would probably end up selling the Blitzway one, which I know that's still in high demand. People still really like this one, as they should, because it's still phenomenal. So I don't know if I should get the J&D, because I don't think the bases would match to this Batman unless they did another Batman. Okay, as you can see, the J&D ones are much more lower profile. That also begs the question about this. So I've got the Robert Pattinson Blitzway, which again, it's fantastic. Love it. First saw this one at San Diego. But I've been debating whether I should get the J&D because he's so tall that his ears barely clear this. You can see that, like, there's my finger. It just, you know, it's so from the angle, I wish he was down a little lower, and that would be accomplished if I had a J&D. You know what I mean? So what do you think about, should I get the J&D Batman if I can find one at a decent price? So if anybody's selling, let me know. And then I would probably end up selling the Blitzway one, which again is still really good. Still one of my favorites, but I just kind of keep going back and forth in my mind about that. So, you know, the Batman, let's say, is here. I'll have an empty spot for a while. You know, they did just tease a 1/3 scale Two-Face, or excuse me, a 6 scale Two-Face, but they said that they probably would do a Two-Face as well in 3rd scale. So again, that would be really cool to have another Dark Knight piece there. Kind of, you know, continue to expand out the Dark Knight stuff. And then of course I still have, you know, the premium formats and stuff. I did take my Batman sign down, which blocks some of the Bat Bike. So I think I'm going to put it back behind on that wall just to have my Batman statue collector sign. But I think I'm going to leave it open here in the front, which I do think maybe looks a little cleaner, a little better. And then of course, again, I'm going to have some premium formats down here as they come in. Got a Harley, sorry about the gimbal again. I'm testing it out. So yeah, here's the Batman statue collector sign. So I'll probably put that back up there. So yeah, let me give you again a view of the room. I've ordered another one of those tables. So I will have that table again right here to do my reviews with my desk set up. But what do you guys think of the more open look? I know it's not perfect yet, but at least you get kind of an idea of what that looks like. And again, you get the idea of the open shelving to actually have stuff down below. And yes, the podiums might return someday, but maybe it doesn't need to right now. Again, 2 black chairs here facing each other. I could do a black couch, but I kind of like the idea of the 2 chairs. So I've been looking on some online places for those, but definitely opens up the cave, definitely lets you see the sides. And then once the sides are filled completely, maybe that's when it'd be time to bring back a few of the podiums and that sort of thing. Okay, so first of all, number one, what do you think of the look of the cave? And number two, what do you think about the bus? Is it time for them to go, or do you think that they look good down there, but down below? So I don't have room on the back shelves anymore for them. And then number three, what do you think about that Robert Pattinson J&D? Should I go there, or should I, just keep the Blitzway piece? Okay, so I've given you a lot today. Big update. My back is hurting. I've had a bad back all week. Probably shouldn't have moved some of this stuff, but I'm thankful to my family that's helped me move some things around. But let me know what you kind of think of the aesthetic of the room. And then, of course, once I get that all figured out, then I'm going to continue to work on the art stuff. I can't thank you guys enough for helping me along the way, because I am so indecisive. I like certain things. I have things in my brain, and I have to move them around to like visually see if it's going to work, if that makes sense. I'm very picky about the way my collection looks. And so let me know what you guys think. Podiums, not podiums. Do you like the cleaner look? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you so very much for checking out the video today. Hope you're all doing great. And I will see you soon right here in the Bat Cave. Hopefully it won't change too much. Bye, everybody. Man, oh man, you guys know how much I love my Red Wolf collectible slab stands. Well, now they have something brand new that you can put right in front of your collectibles to display them however you want. Of course, they have all of the customizable nameplates and a really strong magnets. All of these that fit the slab stands also fit these plates, which is absolutely incredible. So what we're looking at here, you can see the Batman logo in front of my Batman statue. It's basically a way to display your favorite collectibles and tie it all in together. It looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, here's a Harley Quinn. It just adds a little something to your collection, and I really like the quality here. It's heavy duty. It's really well made. It's the same stuff that they use for their slab stands, but this is really just kind of like a nameplate. It's really well done, and I can't recommend these enough. Of course, you could use the existing plates that you already have, or you can order new ones. They all fit with the really strong magnets, and of course, please use code STATUE at checkout to save. I can't recommend Red Wolf Collectibles enough. They are really awesome, and they have amazing quality. RedWolfCollectibles.com. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.